Nursing college, trucking school, beauty college is also cool, I've learned to ride, I've learned to read.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's special segment of education, the best legacy, where we'll be discussing the critical topic about the roles and values of education. With us today are two guests with different perspectives on the topic. Before we jump into the question, can you each briefly share your backgrounds and your stance whether education is the best legacy?
Well, I believe education to be essential despite the challenges. It provides knowledge and more opportunities for crucial personal and society growth. Well, I've always looked forward to be a graduate and be successful in my field of study. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me here. My name is Alajibola. For me, I decided to drop out of school to start a business. For me, the practical skill and real-world experience is more valuable than formal education. Yeah.
Let's get into it then. The unemployment rate amongst the graduates is alarmingly high. Like, how do you justify the time and money spent on the education when most of them are jobless?
Well, moving on. The Nigerian government have been criticized for the unemployment in the state today. Well, there are a lot of graduates out there that are unemployed due to unemployment in the state. But we are hoping and looking forward for the Nigerian government to help and foster and promote the youth that are graduating these days and give them hopes that when they are after their graduation, they will secure them a good job and they will be able to feed their family.
But what about the argument that those skills can be learned outside the formal education? Mr. Ajibola, your thoughts?
Yeah, exactly. I've learned much better than I ever learned in class. Like, I learn more in running my business than I ever learned in class. And then I think the education system needs to evolve to provide practical skills and entrepreneurial training. They normally go beyond the surface. It's barely more theory than practical.
Mr. Okolawole, your thoughts?
Well, definitely, the government has a lot of role to play by increasing funding, better facilities, and updating currencies that are essential. But students must know they also need to take responsibility for their learning.
Moving on, the Nigerian government has been criticized for neglecting the educational system. Do you think the government is responsible for the current state of education, and what should they do to improve it?
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think they also need more focus on vocational training and skill acquisition. Not everyone needs to follow the traditional academic path to be successful. If in any way a system does not work for you, like to follow another.
Your thoughts?
Well, it's the job of the government to provide works for the citizens and make sure there are more employment in the cities.
Finally, like, what advice will you give the current students that are struggling with education to stay in school or pursue other paths? Your thoughts?
Well, speaking from experience, I can tell you it's incredibly challenging. Financial stress in the academic performance. We need more scholarship to finance aid support to finance and support students for them to learn in all their academic ways.
Okay, for me, I would say follow your passion, and don't be afraid to take a risk. Education is important, I don't doubt that, but it's not the only way. It's not the only way path to the success.
Thank you both for your insights. It is clear that the value of education in Nigeria is complex issue with no easy answers. To our viewers, what do you think? Is education still the best legacy? Let us know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.